Hello everyone, welcome to Gunners Lounge. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. What did you expect? Did you expect Nottingham Forest to come to the Emirates and give us a scare? They haven't won in our home ground since 1989. So that's to tell you that we're going to do a job. In my prediction, which I created in the last video, I said we're going to win 3-1. I was even giving it, an option for them to score because typically we would concede at home, but so far so good this season. It doesn't look like we've conceded at home, which is a good thing. Now, going into the game, our starting lineup was close to what I predicted. I predicted that we'll have Eze on the left side, and we saw him there. I didn't predict that Merino will start. Obviously, he has a good shout to start because he had a wonderful performance with Spain in the international break. By every right, he can start. And what we saw today in the starting lineup was solid, very solid. Just so you know, our three attackers, Eze, Gyökeres, and Noni, are new signings. We haven't fielded them out together before. And this is the first time we are seeing them in a game. And from what I'm seeing so far, I'm excited. I'm impressed. There is still some blending in to get done with the team. And I know it's going to come with time. But so far, so good. Let's just get right into it. What an amazing performance. What a goal. What a goal from Zubimendi. To think that he has actually scored just 10 goals in his whole career and he put in 2 goals today. Fantastic performance. Fantastic performance. I'm going to say that so far so good. We've done an amazing job with the window because all our signings are kicking off really well. Going back to the defense, I'm going to say Mosquera coming in place for Saliba today did the job. Yes, there's still going to be some room for improvement and understanding with the team. I can see that there are some little errors here and there, but just very little. Just so little to the sense that we are actually not missing Saliba as much as we thought we would. Now we're having to play with Timber right back. We still have White on the bench. See how stacked we are. Saliba is injured. We have Mosquera. We have Gabi. And if Gabi gets injured, hopefully not, we have Hincapié right now. Now, looking at our left back, if you ask me, I think Calafiori should be our starting left back. Calafiori is class. Make no mistake about it. It's just the injury situation he has been disturbed by. Aside that, he's a fantastic footballer. He did a great job. And even a contributor to the goal, the second goal, the goal scored by Gyökeres. It was a ball over the top to Eze. And Eze showed his class. Not having to dilly-dally, not having to touch the ball, not having to just run aimlessly. He put in a cross right the moment when he received that pass. And it came into the legs of Gyökeres, and Gyökeres did the business. Now, to talk about Gyökeres, for all those haters thinking that he's not going to deliver, you will be shocked. You will be shocked because you don't understand the extent to which Arsenal have been missing a true out 9. A guy that will be in the box, that will put the ball at the back of the net. Just have him in the right position. Just feed him with the right balls and he will do the job. Gyökeres is that guy. And I'm so happy he's off the mark again. He's off the mark again and we're expecting so much more from our attackers. But let me now go back to the base of this defense, starting with David Raya. David Raya had a fantastic game. There was a moment that was a little bit concerning in the sense that he had fingertips to a chested ball by Chris Wood that actually hit the framework. Now, the fact that we actually got out of this game with a clean sheet is what we deserve, what I feel we deserve. But that could have been a moment that would have changed it and maybe get it to align with my prediction because I predicted 3-1. But not taking anything away from David Raya, he did a fantastic job so far in the game. And now he has had 100 appearances. He has actually had 42 clean sheets now from those 100 appearances. That's the first time any keeper in Arsenal Football Club will have that record. So the benefit of hindsight is going to tell us that Arteta made a good decision right now by bringing him in. But if you ask me, yes, David Raya is an exceptional goalkeeper, but you have to give it to the defense in front of him as well. They're doing their part of the business. They're helping out. Talking about the defense, Timber, I don't think Timber will ever get less than a 7.5 rating. In fact, as far as this game is concerned, I'll give him an 8. Mosquera, fantastic performance as well. the way he was actually taking his time on the ball got me concerned a little bit, because at some point I'm like, you know what, release your pass. Why are you taking so much time? But he was actually releasing the pass and causing a threat moving forward. So I'm happy with him. I'm happy with him altogether. Now we're having someone on the left who is our deputizing captain. He did a job. He did a job as he would always do defensively. Though he had a moment attacking wise where he should have actually done better with that header, but we would have our chances. I know he's always going to be a goal threat with our corners. I'll give him an 8 as well. Calafiori, I would say I wouldn't want to give him an 8 because it's just going to be on the same level as everybody. He needs to be upped a little bit. I will give him 8.5. Yes, if I'm going to put 8.5, I'll give it to Calafiori because of his goal contribution. Defensively, he was solid. He had a moment, that moment that led to the Chris Wood chest to the crossbar. That was just a little moment that I would say, Calafiori could be caught out, but that could happen to anyone. And thankfully, that didn't result to a goal. But yes, I will give him 8.5 because that pass to Eze, it's only Calafiori that would do that. Only Calafiori could do that. Now, going into the midfield, I would say the midfield lineup was a strong one, surprising one a little bit because Rice wasn't starting, and it's just part of the headache that Arteta is going to have to deal with this season. You would have to rotate players. We have a big game coming up next week against Atletico Bilbao. We need to rest some players. Merino probably would be playing in that game as well, or would have Rice to start that game. But Merino did a great job. I love the intricate passes from him. I loved how he was comfortable on the ball. I loved his interplay with, deft touches with Eze. It was just so beautiful to watch, and I know more of it is going to come. I'm just so excited for what is to come with this squad, because this squad feels like it's not exactly the same as it was last season. Obviously, there's been a lot of changes, but there is something that is cooking. There's an understanding that is going to be rising in the team, and it's going to make our football really beautiful, because that's what I'm looking forward to as well. Aside from the fact that, yes, we want to win something, I want our football to be beautiful. That's what we are known for. I want us to get back there, and Merino has that touch. Now, Martin Odegaard, unfortunately, had to leave the game due to the shoulder injury again. And make no mistake about it, yes, he had his moments while he was still on the pitch, but I still see those delays, those, dilly-dallings that he does on the ball. And when Ethan came on, Ethan did a job. Yes, you can tell that he's a young guy. He's, making some, decisions that are not 100% correct, but most of it today was spot on. He was moving the ball, progressing the ball quickly, advancing the ball quickly, and that's what we want to see from an attacking midfielder, right? Then Zubimendi, man of the match, Zubimendi. That goal was remarkable. Out of almost nothing, because that was a difficult hit and he got it, and it was at the back of the net. And to think that that was his first goal for Arsenal, thinking he usually doesn't score, and he then went on to score a header at the 80th minute. Fantastic baller. He's stronger than he looks. He gets around the pitch so easily. He actually dictates play from deep. And I'm just looking forward to what this season holds for him as an Arsenal player right now. I know that we have that quality, and I'm going to say it's a hopeful feeling I'm having right now to say that, yes, we are potentially favorites for the title, but I wouldn't want to get ahead of myself. I'll still say Liverpool are the favorites with all this recruitment they've made, but if they slip up, I want us to be right there in competition to the last day to take it up, right? We have the quality. It's obvious that we have that quality. Now, talking about quality, let's move on to Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In the absence of Saka, this guy has been doing a job on the right. He was going at his defender time and time again. Now, there's going to be some need for improvement in his game as far as his final third decision is concerned. The way he cuts back, what he does in the final third in terms of him going for goal. Because I think one of the things I will say Saka would still have over him is Saka is still going to be more of a goal threat for us than Noni. But make no mistake about it, Noni is an exciting talent to watch on that right side. Now, going to the left, Eze playing on the left, yes, it's not, I would say it's not the best of him. That's not what I would say is his ideal place to start, but we would have him there over Martinelli right now because he will do the job. If you notice in the game, he was not staying out that wide. He was drifting in, was creating more space for Merino to go into, for other players to go into on the far left, which was also very good. Also, the fact that he was taking on his man, he was beating his man today. And the key moment where we actually needed a cushion to our lead, he came in handy. The cross was spot on. That was beautiful. But you know what? I'm just going to say that Arteta has shown us that he can be flexible. In the past, Arteta wouldn't have made some decisions that he made today, right? He switched things up, and I'm happy to see that. Martinelli not starting is a difference to what I would say Arteta would go for. Arteta might want to be stubborn, as we typically would know him to be, but he opened up the game for us by putting someone with that creative flair, that spark. We could see those movements, and I'm looking forward to more of that. Now, talking about the subs, Ethan was a sub. I already, spoke a little bit about him, but I'm looking forward to him playing more in that central role, deputizing for Martin Odegaard. He has quality. He can do a great job there. And also looking at other players, Miles Lewis-Kelly came on. He did his job. He did it very well. Declan Rice came on and did a job. Make no mistake about it, Declan Rice is always going to be quality. He was also a contributor to the third goal. We're expecting that he was going to actually put in the strike and score, but he controlled it, took it to Trossard, and Trossard, who is the next sub I was going to talk about, did a fantastic job to cross that ball. He's a magical player, a player that can actually impact games. Now you can see what we talk about, depth and quality. We have that across the pitch. Our bench is so stacked, right? And then we look at Martinelli. Martinelli came in for Noni, playing on the right. He did his thing, but right now it looks like there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to step up, because the players on the field are doing a job, and if he cannot do better, there's no guarantee for his spot. There's no guarantee for his spot to start. But that being said, it's been a great performance. If I were to rate, our midfielders, going back to Zubimendi, I'll say Zubimendi is a 9/10, man of the match performance. Merino, I'll give him a 7/10. Odegaard, I would say standard 5 because he couldn't finish up the game. Then Ethan coming in after Ethan got a 7 as well. Like, he did a great job. Going on the right attack, Noni did a very good job. 8, he was a threat all the time. Gyökeres, he scored a goal. I'll give him an 8. Fantastic performance as well from him. He took his opportunity very well, and I'm hoping to see more of that this season. Eze, I'll give Eze an 8 as well. Eze did a great job. I know he's warming up to his new teammates and getting used to how they play. He's still going to be, a flair-filled player, and I want to see more of that. He's going to take some risk, obviously, but I'm saying we are stacked up so much in the midfield that if you take a risk and you make a mistake, we trust our players in the middle of the park to clean things up. So altogether, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with the performance. Come on, you Gunners. More of this. Bravo, more of this. Thank you so much for those watching. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, support me the way you can. It's not going to take too much of you to just click subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.